hearing from the coaches. What did you think about your debut game?
You just got to put that one behind you. You got to move forward. And that's one thing the veterans was telling me. In the NFL, it's just one game. We have a long season, so you got to get ready for the next one.
James, go ahead. Can you talk about the play of Austin Seferian-Jenkins? You guys were really in a groove throughout the game, and
well, he's just another great asset to our team. He's an amazing tight end. We got so many weapons around us with Mike and Vincent and Doug that people sometimes forget about him. But it was amazing to see how he just stepped up and made some great plays.
He gave you the game ball after your touchdown pass.
Yeah, he gave me that first touchdown pass. That was important. Especially for what me and him been doing. Working in the off season. So it's kind of a token of hard work.
Obviously, you played on some big stages in your career, but have you played in a lot of noise, unfriendly environments where you might be seeing in New Orleans this week? It might be something new.
I have. We played in Death Valley. It was just arguably one of the loudest stadiums in college football. So that was a good noise thing. But at the end of the day, we don't play against the noise. We play with each other. We do a lot of things at practice to kind of prep us for the noise.
Jameis, the Saints secondary is pretty banged up. Is that something you can exploit this week?
Well, my main goal is to go out there and just play Buccaneer football. Do what I have to do to put us in a good situation. We know that they're gonna have a great plan anyway, but I really gotta focus on and my technique and doing the right thing and protecting football.
Steve Mariucci mentioned that he was texting you at 1:30 Monday morning, Sunday night, that you're still watching game tape. How late did you stay up watching game tape?
I stayed up probably about 2 o'clock. Just trying to see what went wrong. And sometimes I was trying to get every excuse just to put that one behind me. But it hurt. But at the end of the day, it was at the end of the day, the sun did rise again the next day, and I was back out to playing football.
What did you learn watching that tape that late? What did you learn?
What was your conclusion as to what went wrong? I know you want to put it behind you, but
just the early turnover, and you always got that woulda, coulda, shoulda type syndrome, but the early turnover really hurt me. But you learn from it and you move on.
Was it mechanical or was it?
No, just a bad decision.
Just bad decision.
Just a very bad decision. But you make those sometimes, and but just can't make it again.
Austin had said after the game that he said that you wouldn't even wait until tomorrow, which would have been Monday, that you would have been back in the building that night, Sunday night. Is that typical for you? Did you in fact do that?
Yeah, I mean I don't like failure, So definitely that was probably my main motto was watching film that night. Like I need to watch this and see what happened, But like I always say, you put it behind you, and you only can get better from that. One thing about being wise is not only learn from your mistakes, but learn from other people's mistakes. Other people that did that before. So I just gotta do my job.
Every rookie has their welcome to the NFL moment. What was your welcome to the NFL?
My welcome to the NFL was still the experience was still amazing. This is my first game of my career as an NFL. The experience was amazing. The result wasn't what I wanted. But as a football player and for the love of this game, I loved every moment out there. I didn't give up. So I'm still here.
James, the speed of the game, they say things ramp up from preseason to regular season. Did you sense that, and was the athleticism of maybe even on the pick on the screen pass or whatever, was there a difference in speed for this game for you?
No, I was prepared. Coach Cutter and Coach Gesicki and Coach Smith they did a great job of preparing me. I just made some bad decisions to hurt us. They had me prepared, so I was ready. But like you say, you got to put that behind you. You can't focus on that and move on to the next game and try to redeem yourself.
James, losing is quite a foreign experience to you. You haven't lost a lot of games. You've lost, however, your last two meaningful games, the last one in college and now the first one in the NFL. How do you feel? How does losing feel to you?
Well, that's where the saying comes in: you win some, you lose some. But at the end of the day, I know I'm a competitor, so I don't focus on any of the negatives or the losing for that matter. My main goal is to make it to the next day. As long as we live to fight another day, to keep competing, I never give up. I have great teammates here. I had great teammates at Florida State. So what we're going to do is keep competing, and you keep getting better, and it's going to change.
Jameis, can the disappointment, you put so much into the first game as a team, and then it's your first NFL game. We know what all the storylines were. In a weird way, can that sort of fuel you? Not that you're not already self-motivated, but to learn that lesson, boom, right off the bat. How does that help you when preparing this week, next week, and going forward throughout the year?
Well, it's a very humbling experience, because the game could have went either way. If I would have had a great game, people would be ready for me to have how is he gonna handle his bad game when it comes. I got it out the way, and it's no laughing matter, but it happened fast. I was not expecting it to happen that fast, but it happened. So as a young man, as a quarterback of this program, I got to grow up from that and try not to live that experience again.
Because every quarterback's going to have it at some point.
Yeah, everyone's going to have it.
Who's giving you the best advice after that game? I know you seek advice from quite a few people in the NFL, but who's helped you through this?
This team they just put their arms around me. Everybody just came to me, hey, man, keep your head up. Because they probably seen it in my eyes after the game, because I'm not used to losing no home opener. So it happened. And that's football. That's life. And in life, you gotta get back up, bounce back, and keep fighting, man.
Of the ex-players and ex-coaches that you probably heard from in the last day or so, is there any one text or piece of advice or anything that stands out that you want to?
Keep playing. One thing about boxing, sometimes you might lose a round, but you get back in that ring, man. You keep fighting and until you knock one out.
How soon after the game did you come back to the building and start to look at the film?
I was here Monday morning, man. Just preparing, get my body right. Got a lift in about 6:30. Just trying to get everything out my mind, just clear my head. But man, I'm excited for this week. That's the main thing. I'm so excited to just give us a chance. This is a tough division game that we have, and one of our goals, we still have a chance to make one of our goals, and that's to win our division. So I'm very excited to play against the Saints, and I know our teammates are as well.
Before that your grandmother, she's very, very close to you, and that it would be kind of difficult for her to come down to Tampa. But you had mentioned, this was months ago, New Orleans being a possibility.
Yeah.
So is she going to be in
Absolutely. I already got her ticket to New Orleans. That's another reason I'm excited. She's going to be able to come to one of her first games. She wasn't able to come to any of my games in college, so that's going to be very important to me.
With Mike Glennon having faced the Saints defense before and having a lot of success against it last year, do you expect him to be able to, or has he already helped you with the film and looking at this?
Mike helped me last week. That quarterback room that we have with Coach Cutter, Coach Bajakian, and even with Ryan, we help each other so much, whether it's tendencies or what to be looking at on this type of coverage, So Mike has helped me tremendously since I've been here.